Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you've had a good last couple of weeks. Or was it a week? I have no idea, to be honest. I am so sorry for how undedicated I've been as a YouTuber this last month. I looked at it recently and I uploaded, I swear, like half the amount that I usually do. And that is just because my schedule has been so much more packed than it used to, as my uni is just getting harder and harder as I get to the end. The end. How scary is that, guys? Oh my god. University-wise, my life has been a little bit hectic. I've had the usual assignments come through, which I'm kind of used to, but project-wise, I've just been involved with a lot more. I was recently a DOP and camera operator and makeup artist actually on a music video, and the artist is Rachel Caddy and the song is called Garden. As most of you guys would know, being a DOP or camera operator is a huge dream of mine, and it's something that I haven't had much experience with yet, sadly. So filming that music video was the best experience. After the music video, we went straight away onto working on an ad, and I was directing an ad, which was a brand new experience for me because this was my first time directing. Really challenging, but honestly the best experience, and I cannot wait to direct little other projects in the future. And I also helped out on the other ad that was going on, and I was the clapperboard for it and just helping out with little things here and there, and it was so fun. I feel so lucky with the crews I've had. Like, I'm just working with the best people. I don't know why I said working like that. Working. Other than that, I also went to Falls Creek with my parents and my boyfriend, and I got a lot of good footage up in the snow, but I lost it all. So I just have some bits here and there, and you'll see that in my next vlog, which is coming up this next week. One last thing before I move on to my monthly favorites. I actually went to an event with my dad and some people from his work, and it was held by the company Thank You. I'm sure you guys know Thank You Water, or the Thank You Food, or skincare, or nappies, or something. Actually, we're having a premiere for their short film that night, and it was so amazing. I was honestly crying the entire time. Like, it was constant stream of tears. I didn't even bother wiping it anymore. They basically gave me a box with all of this free stuff. How cool is that? They gave it to every single person who arrived. Anyway, let's move on to the favorites. Skincare wise, I've been using exactly the same stuff I've been using for quite a while now. I did upload a skincare routine video last year, so I'm going to have that linked in the description. The skincare product I've been loving is actually for my body. It is the QV Gentle Wash. So it's basically a shower wash. Is it called a shower wash? I kind of forgot these existed my entire life because I've always just used soap. I'm allergic to normal soap, but I've had to use like goat soap. And recently my eczema has been insane. That's the reason I'm wearing such a high top right now, because I'm sure you can see under here that I am as scaly as a lizard. So I made a status about it on my personal Facebook, and a whole bunch of people recommended things. One of my Facebook friends, Katie, actually suggested this. For anyone who has sensitive skin or eczema like me, I really suggest trying this out. It's nice because as you use it, you feel like you're moisturizing your body. You get it at the Chemist Warehouse and Priceline, and probably other shops too. Hair care wise, I don't have anything to actually care for my hair. One thing I've been loving is this hairstyle. Two pigtails or ponytails. What do you guys call it? Let me know in the comments below. I want to know. I feel like everyone is completely different. I've been loving this hairstyle. I'm not really sure if it always suits me. Like right now, my hair is like really oily because I put oil in it, but too much oil. So these look really tiny and flat. But usually there's a lot more volume, and I think it looks a lot more flattering. Like in this photo here, this is my profile picture on my personal Facebook. I think it looks a lot better here. That's what I was trying to achieve today to show you, but just didn't go well. Makeup wise, this was really hard because I feel like I've been wearing mostly the same makeup recently. I found that this looked nice, but it didn't look like too much makeup, and it is the Model Co 2-in-1 Contour and Sculpt. I don't know why they call it that, because it's just a contour and highlight. Contour and sculpt. I feel like both of those mean the word contour, but basically I have used this in a tutorial on my channel. I did a Model Co product review and tutorial, so I'm going to have that link below so you can see it in action. So I've been loving that. I feel like it just sort of makes me look a little more healthy. And then this highlight here is actually great. It reminds me of the one I have on right now, which is by The Balm, the Mary Luminizer, but it's more natural and it looks like the glow's coming from within. I put it on my entire hand, so hopefully you can tell. It just looks like it's glowing. I love it. And then the contour, I wouldn't say it's cool or warm, to be honest. I feel like it's pretty neutral, but It's probably better as a bronzer, not as necessarily a defined contour. Now moving on to fashion, there is one thing I found at the op shop recently that ever since I've got it, I've just worn the crap out of it. I find it looks good with more dressy outfits and it looks good with really casual ones. And it's a piece of clothing I've actually had on my to buy list for probably a couple of years now. But usually they're pretty expensive. So when I saw this in the op shop for $25 and I tried it on, I was so happy. I wish that was captured. I had that in a vlog. Constantly breaking my own heart. But anyway, it is this denim jacket. It's actually by the brand Just Jeans, which I am so happy about because I looked up this exact one at Just Jeans and I'm pretty sure it was over $100 and I got it for $25. And the condition of this is absolutely perfect. It looks brand new. So I am like just over the moon about that. Now moving on to my favorite movie from the last couple of months. This is so hard, honestly, because all the movies and documentaries I saw were so different to one another and I love them in different ways. So I'm just going to tell you all the ones that I watched. Let me know in the comment if you've seen any of them. So the first movie my friends Dylan and Quinn showed me the night before we were filming the music video as I was staying at Quinn's place. And it is called Antiviral. Does anyone know the movie Antiviral? I was really scared to watch it for quite a while because it's a body horror, so there's quite a lot of gore, but I actually loved the storyline. I thought it was the coolest concept and it was really interesting in a way. I feel like that's a good way to explain it. I feel like after I watched it, I just sort of thought about if the future really did end up that way. Not on Netflix sadly, but I'm sure you can find it in other ways. I shouldn't be hinting that as a filmmaker, but sadly, it's true. Another movie I saw was Central Intelligence and it was with my friend Jody and it was the first time I went to the drive-in, which was the most amazing experience. I would say Central Intelligence is probably a subgenre of action and comedy and I actually really liked it. I was weirdly impressed by the storyline. There were so many plot twists that I didn't even expect and if I'm going to be honest, I didn't really expect the movie to be that great. Like Jody and I just thought, hey, it looks pretty funny. We weren't like, oh, this is going to be amazing, but it was actually really good and very smart and really entertaining. I also watched the documentary The Mask We Live In and it's on Netflix for any of you that have Netflix. I really suggest it. I feel like it opens my eyes to a lot of issues in regard to men and how society can influence them in different ways. And I feel like that's a topic that isn't really discussed. I feel like a lot of people are probably listening to me right now and they're thinking that it's coming across like I'm saying this documentary is a, hey, that happens to boys too kind of thing, but it isn't actually. It's completely different. It's talking about issues that don't really affect women at all and they're issues that aren't really commonly known. Like honestly, I felt really educated by the end of it and I honestly got quite emotional. There were so many parts where I was like, oh shit, this is heartbreaking. Just a quick splice in, I've actually stopped filming. That's the reason why the background looks a little different. I'm pretty sure Vincent was never there before. I just remembered another movie I saw, so I'm going to quickly mention it. I watched A Clockwork Orange with my boyfriend while we're at Falls Creek. We watched it pretty slowly and at the beginning I just wasn't really into it. I was quite put off by the themes. It's not really a genre that I'm that attracted to. But at about the halfway point onwards, I ended up really loving it. It was so interesting and just everything about it kind of makes sense why it's such a well-known movie. Now moving on to the TV shows I've been watching. Again, I cannot pick a favorite because they're all so different. I've been so excited by TV shows recently. Like honestly, they're taking up so much of my brain space and it's actually quite amazing to be honest. Like I would rather think about the worries within a TV show than my own problems and shit, so it's very nice. 4 TV shows of Blake, as ridiculous as that sounds, and 2 by myself. One of them is a reality TV show and it's The Bachelor and I'm sure quite a lot of you guys are into it. If you are, let me know in the comments. But other than that, we've continued to watch Futurama, which we are loving, but there are so many episodes, it's actually taking a while to get through. And another show we continued is Black Mirror. Please watch Black Mirror, guys. If you have Netflix, that is one thing I want you to come away with after this video. Watch Black Mirror. I cannot suggest it enough. It is one of the most impressive TV shows ever. Every single episode is a completely different story and I think they are all worthy of being their own movie. And then another show we're watching is Fear the Walking Dead as it has come back and I love Fear the Walking Dead. I read an article recently that people have not given a shit since it's come back, which breaks my heart because I seriously think it's such a great show. And the 2 TV shows I've been watching by myself are exactly the same ones I was watching 2 months ago and it is the show Fresh Meat on Netflix. Fantastic show. I am loving that so much. I really recommend that too. And another show is Arrested Development, but it's really annoying actually. I was obsessed with the show, but the last season, as everyone warned me, has been pretty crap, honestly. This is just so not engaging and it's just annoying in some ways. Now and then I'm like, yes, that's the kind of joke I'd expect from Arrested Development, but other than that, it's just going downhill, which is really, really sad, but I cannot wait till it finishes so I can start another show. I'm like getting butterflies about it, honestly. I need to make like whole videos dedicated to like Netflix updates, like what I'm watching. Netflix update. Could that be a video? I don't know. Now moving on to music I've been loving. I have been absolutely obsessed with one album, which is kind of funny when I think back because I showed you one of the singles from it in my last monthly favorites. It was called Soap by Melanie Martinez. Then I decided to just give the rest of the album a listen and I became obsessed within literally like an hour. No, wait, I don't know how long an album is. I just think all of the songs are great. I love all the lyrics. Some of them are just so relatable, like not necessarily to me, but like I want to sing them at people in my life who are annoying me and I seriously love it. I really suggest that you guys check it out. I'm just going to play a couple of songs from it.
Kids are still depressed when you dress them up. The syrup is still syrup in a sippy cup. Everyone thinks that we're perfect. Please don't let them look through their cry, baby, 'cause you're all fucking perfect. Someone told me stay away from things that aren't yours. She's getting
Anyway, I just kind of rocked out for too long, but the album was called Cry Baby by Melanie Martinez and I really, really suggest it. Even if it doesn't really sound like the type of music you're into, just give it a go because I feel like everybody will find a way to relate to it or would find it catchy in some way. Now moving on to favourite game and app. If I'm going to be honest, I don't have anything that impressive to show you. I actually just saw an ad advertised to me in my like Instagram feed or something. I was like, that's pretty cool. Downloaded it, thought it was pretty entertaining for a little bit. I use it sometimes if I'm not using Snapchat, but it's not that fantastic. But basically it is an app called Dog Selfie Booth and basically, I'll demonstrate for you guys. Oh, it's Pedigree. Pedigree made the app. Basically you choose a sound, for example. Oh my god, I feel like my dog's gonna come in now, but use either that or opening of the dentist sticks, which is one of their products. Or dog. But basically, what happens is, I'm gonna go into a sound that's less annoying. You go into the camera, face it towards you like this, and because of the sound, the dog looks straight down the lens and it's pretty fantastic. For anyone who takes photos with animals, it is very ideal. I take selfies with my dog a lot, but because she's so serious and kind of daydreams a lot, it's perfect to just kind of like place the camera in front of her. But I still thought this was beneficial. Oh, I wish Minson was here. I can hear her sniffing through the door. Anyway, I want to take a selfie on this app. I'm digging my makeup right now. Now moving on to my health and fitness. I'm not going to talk about this for long because I actually have a video fully dedicated to it. It was the last video I made. It was my diet and fitness goals and I was very in depth, so I'm going to link that in the description. But the one highlight from the last couple of months has been returning back to Pilates since I got sick. It has made me feel amazing and we actually got a new trainer who pushes us even harder and it was really, really tough. So like I'll be shaking a majority of the time. Moving on to the book I've been loving. If I'm going to be honest, I probably haven't read this for like a month and a half. I just got really into it when I first got it and then I forgot about it. It's not even like I lost interest. I just started like listening to music instead and then forgot about books. I always do that. I tend to like switch between stuff, which I'm sure you've noticed. But anyway, this book I actually got from the op shop and I got it for $3.25 and then I also got the book that comes after it for $3.25, which was the best thing ever because this book's pretty new and it is The Rosie Project by, wow, I've never had to say this out loud, Graeme? Sims, I don't know what I'm doing. I remember being interested in this book for a while because I kept seeing it in the top 10 at Dimmicks and I really liked the cover. Covers really work for me book-wise, like honestly, that's kind of how I choose my books. It also won Book of the Year in 2004 from the Australian Book Industry Awards, which is pretty amazing. But I read quite a lot, to be honest. I read up to here, which is like nearly halfway, and I must have done that pretty quickly because I can't even remember like actually doing it, if that makes sense. It is focused on a guy who has autism, which is so interesting to learn more about, as I've always really been interested in educating myself a bit more on it, because I just feel like it's something that kind of needs to be known about a bit more. And basically he is looking for a wife or a partner, and he does it in the most interesting way. He basically creates like these surveys and goes through all that process and meets different people. I actually love the main character. Like, honestly, like, I would date him. He sounds so nice and really genuine and funny and stuff. I just really love it. I seem to fall in love with book characters really easily, honestly. But yeah, I really suggest this book in case you guys are looking for a new book to read. Now moving on to food and drinks. This would only really appeal to the vegetarians and vegans out there. I have been obsessed with corn products, and the brand Corn is spelled Q-U-O-R-N, and this is what the packaging looks like. They sell a whole bunch of meat substitutes. So they sell like burgers and little like meat chunks and nuggets. When I first started looking at meat substitutes, I was a little worried that I was just going to be eating something that's like unhealthier than meat, but turns out the main ingredient in corn is actually just mushroom. But it says fungi, so it must be like some fancy mushroom, because it doesn't taste like the usual mushroom that I know. Usually in all the products, the base of it is that, and then there's just other vegetables in it. So obviously that's really great for you. But they seriously taste exactly like meat. Like, I'm convinced some of them are chicken. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Let me know in the comments which one sparked your interest the most. And if you have any suggestions for things you think I'm going to love, I'll be happy to try them out or watch them or whatever. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye. Why did I wave like that? That was really weird. Bye! Wow. Always tripping on this shit.